Hello, bienvenue, and thank you to the Alliance Française in Dublin for inviting me to tell you a little bit about my work. I am Debbie Jenkinson. I'm a cartoonist from Dublin. After years of working as an animator and an illustrator, since the pandemic, I've been making longer, full length comic books like these two, Ghosting and Midlands. My interest is really in making stories about ordinary people who reach some sort of crossroads in their lives, into whose lives chaos or conflict has appeared. I've written about office workers, my main one, in Remorse, bus drivers in my book Ghosting, and most recently a pharmacist in this book, Midlands. These people have important yet overlooked work. They help us live. They're unsung heroes. It might take me a year or year and a half to make one of these books, between other projects and family and other stuff. And all during that time, my monkey mind is working away on it, trying to add more layers and twists to the story. I start by typing up my story. I find it's important to hunch over the keypad like this, and as it takes shape, in parallel, I'm making rough drawings of my characters and locations. I carry my battered sketchbook around with me everywhere, and I take notes and photos on my phone too. Those rough drawings in Midlands are so rough. It's like showing people your messy house. At this stage though, I don't want to invest too much time in drawing tidy, sweet little drawings. I just want to think on paper. Here are some more now, this time for Ghosting. Then, and this part is essential, I gaze out at the trees for inspiration. After a couple of months of this, I can't resist getting stuck in, so I start the pages. Always starting at the beginning of the story and going chronologically through it, so I can add twists and layers as I go. I rough them out in my sketchbook, then I scan them and format them as a page, print them, use this printout as a guide on my lightbox, and make a final version. Then I scan that and drop it into InDesign. So slowly, a page a day, at best, the book comes together. I like to locate the books in real places so that I can use those places as reference. It gives a stage in which to place the events. It helps convince me of the story, and so I hope it'll make the story convincing to the reader too. Finally, after much polishing and perfecting and noodling, I send the book off to the printer and usually launch it at Decaf in Dublin. Decaf is Dublin Comic Art Festival, and it runs quarterly in Dublin in Chigor. After that, I cross my fingers and hope people like it. We read to know we are not alone, they say, and that is my hope for my books. Thanks for listening.